A'udhu billahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. I am Associate Professor Rashid Saeed. Today the topic is projectile motion. We'll discuss projectile motion. Projectile motion is a form of motion where a particle called projectile thrown obliquely near the Earth's surface and it moves along a curved path. The path followed by the projectile is called its trajectory, which is directly influenced by gravity and hence curvature. Dear students, it means that projectile motion is a two-dimensional motion. A body which moves under the action of gravity and it covers not only the horizontal distance as well as vertical distance, that is called a projectile, and the path of the projectile, that is called trajectory. Dear students, trajectory, it is a word used for the path. Path is an English word, whereas the trajectory is used for the projectile. So, for example, a body moves in a circle. This is called a circular trajectory. A body moves along a zigzag path, that is called a zigzag trajectory. So, trajectory, it is the path followed by the projectile, that is called a trajectory. There are some important terms. A combination of vertical and horizontal motion that are completely independent of each other. As I told you before, that any body which moves under the action of gravity as well as it covers horizontal distance and vertical distance, that is called projectile. So, in a projectile motion, the body moves not only in a horizontal as well as vertically, and horizontal and vertical motion, they both are independent of each other. They do not depend upon each other. A body thrown with an initial velocity and whose motion is influenced by the pull of gravity. This is another terminology. As I told you before, any body which is projected upward and moves under the action of gravity, there is no external force acts on the body except only pull of the earth, except only the gravity, and such a body, that is called a projectile. For example, if you throw a ball and ball moves under the action of gravity, that is called a projectile. Simply. Trajectory, the curved path of the projectile, it is principally determined by two types of motion, vertical and horizontal. As I told you before, that the trajectory means the path followed by the projectile, that is called trajectory. And in a trajectory, the body moves not only horizontal distance as well as vertical distance. Range, another terminology, the horizontal displacement of the projectile. Range means, dear students, it means the horizontal distance covered by the projectile, that is called a range. For example, if you throw a ball, the point where the ball is projected and the point where the ball lands, if you measure that distance horizontally, that is called the range. Third one is, the last one is height. It is the vertical displacement of a projectile. As I told you before, that in a projectile motion, the body moves not only horizontally as well as vertically. So, vertical displacement of the projectile, that is called the height. The maximum height, it is also called summit. So, vertical displacement or the vertical distance covered by the projectile, that is called a range, and the maximum height, it is also called summit. Examples. The first example is a motion of a snowboarder descending from a slope as given in the figure. Another example, motion of a rider performing a bike stunt. These are the examples in which the body moves under the action of gravity, and in the figure diagram, the path of the projectile, that is called a trajectory, and it is a curvilinear path. Idealized motion of a projectile. Consider, as in the diagram, a ball is thrown with a velocity v such that it makes an angle theta. Theta is called angle of projection. The point where the body is projected, that is called the point of projection. The point where the body lands, that is called target. So, one is the point of projection, other is the target, and the curvilinear, the curved path, that is called, or the half semicircle, that is called the trajectory, and the height, vertical, the blue line indicates the height of the projectile, and it is a maximum height, and the maximum height, that is called summit, whereas the range point or the distance covered by the projectile from the point of projection to the target, that is called a range. Horizontal range of the projectile, I told you before, dear students, that horizontal distance covered by the projectile, that is called range, or the distance covered by projectile from point of projection to the target, that is called a range. So x is equal to r. X, dear students, x shows the distance, horizontal distance, whereas range is also horizontal distance, so x is equal to r. So horizontal distance covered by the projectile, that is called range, so x is equal to r. This is the mathematically. And t is equal to capital T, total time taken by the projectile. Dear students, be kept in mind that any body which moves from the point of projections and lands onto the target and the point of the landing, the total time we consider its total time, and total time is denoted by capital T. And capital T, its relation is T is equal to 2 vi sin theta by g. If you use the equation of motion of projectile, you will get this relation, T is equal to 2 vi sin theta by g. As in the figure on the right hand side of your screen, a body is projected with a velocity u, or initial velocity. It has two components of velocity, and it makes an angle theta with the horizontal. Dear students, be kept in mind that any body which moves under the action of gravity and it makes an angle theta, velocity is a vector quantity, so we resolve vector into two components. It has horizontal component cos theta, it has vertical component sin theta, and it has a horizontal range and covers not only the horizontal range as well as the maximum height. From third equation of motion of projectile, x is equal to vi cos theta t, small t. So equation 1 becomes replacing x by r and replacing small t by capital T, and put the value of capital T in above equation. R is equal to vi cos theta multiplied by 2 vi sin theta divided by g. Vi multiplied by v, you will get the vi square, so r is equal to vi square divided by g, 2 sin theta cos theta. Dear students, 2 sin theta cos theta, that is equal to 2 sin theta. This is a mathematical formula. Please remember, 2 sin theta cos theta, that is equal to sin 2 theta. So if you put the value of 2 sin theta cos theta in above relation, so r is equal to vi square divided by g sin 2 theta. So it means that range of the projectile depends upon two factors. The first one is initial velocity and the second one is angle of projection. It is equality sign. That is, by increasing the initial velocity, range increases. By increasing the angle of projection, the range also increasing. So range depends upon two factors. The first one is angle of projection and the second one is, that is called initial velocity. Range will be maximum if sin 2 theta is equal to 1. Dear students, if you put the value of sin 2 theta equal to 1, the range will be maximum, and the maximum value of range is given by the relation r maximum is equal to vi square by g. This is the relation for maximum range. And the relation for maximum value of range, this is the relation. In the diagram, in the following diagram, there are a body is projected at different angles having different ranges. If you change the angle, as I told you before, that the range depends upon angle theta. By changing the angle, the range of the projectile will change. So as in the diagram, the range of the projectile for different angles. Dear students, there is an assignment. Find the range of the projectile for different angles. Thank you very much.